I'm curious, how many people approximately know the entire Quran?
I would say it's probably, if not in the hundreds of thousands, I would say it's, it would be hard to estimate. But I'll give you an example. When I was in Mauritania, the tribe that I stayed with, and there's several thousand of them, none of the men do not know the Quran by heart. Every single, it's like a prerequisite for that tribe. The tribe that man's from, they all memorize the Quran. And the women, some of them memorize the entire Quran, most of them memorize at least like a third. So they're really, it's very, you could go, if you go to Mecca, it's very interesting. When you're at Mecca, there's 1 million people there. And I feel sorry for the imam, because he's got a microphone. If he makes a mistake, right? He'll make a mistake, boom! You just hear voices from all over breaking in and correcting him. From everywhere, really. And it's actually, it's not encouraged to do that. You're supposed to give the imam a break and let him correct himself. But people are so overzealous. It's like a knee-jerk response. They hear a mistake and they made a mistake, and it's an interesting phenomenon. And at my mosque where I pray, there's about 7 or 8 that are huffaz, which is in America. So that's a small number. But if you go to Pakistan, filled with people that memorize the Quran. West Africa, filled with people. Egypt, filled with people that memorize the Quran. Many in Syria, many women in Syria. There's been a recent phenomenon of women memorizing the Quran in Syria. Many women. Turkey. All over the Muslim world you have, and many of the best Quran reciters are not Arabs. Right? In fact, some of the best are Malaysian women.
I'm sorry to bob up again.
You keep doing this.
But just the practical note, you see, I don't know the Quran by heart. When I'm working on my work, if I need to know something, I ring up a bookshop in London, and I just say to the girl on the desk, can you just have a shout, is there a Hafiz in the shop? And she would say, is anybody here who memorised the entire Quran? And the customer will say, yes, I know. They'll come to the phone and ask.
Yeah, it's very common. It really is. It's very common. If you're in a mosque praying, you'll at least have 1 or 2 that memorize the entire Quran, and many that memorize large portions of it. And it is the book that has created literacy in the world. It's if you go to countries where they say that people are illiterate, the vast majority of people traditionally in the Muslim world could read and recite the Quran, and many could understand it, because Arabic was like the lingua franca. It was the Latin of the Muslim world. It's the sacerdotal language